Hi, thanks for joining me for a quick yin practice, just a mini yin flow. We're here to slow down and check in with what's going on in our bodies. Go ahead and we're going to get started in a seated position. So just finding a posture that's comfortable for you on your mat. If cross leg is not available to you, you can also sit up on your knees. So whatever posture works best for your body, that's what yoga is all about, your own body, what works for you. So tune in and see where you're at. Once you find your seated position, go ahead, you can rest your hands on your knees wherever they're at. Sit up nice and tall. Oh, my friend Midnight. Oh, hi, kitty, kitty. Sit up nice and tall. Root down through your sit bones into your mat and lift up the crown of your head towards the sky. So sitting up nice and tall, check where your chin is in space. See if it's lifted up towards the sky or maybe it tips down towards the ground. Find more of that neutral position. And if it feels safe to you, go ahead and close your eyes down. If it does not feel safe to you, just find something to put your gaze on softly. So we're not staring at anything with intensity like a drishti. This is just a soft gaze. So taking a deep breath, filling up your lungs, filling up your belly, and letting it go. Again, inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Continue your breathing and just check in. Notice any thoughts that are in your head. Let them go. How's your breathing? Can you feel your heartbeat? Just noticing what's there. Maybe there's some tension or tightness. Maybe just holding this posture feels really hard because it does take a lot of muscle to keep us upright, nice and tall. On your next inhale, go ahead, swoop your arms out, around, and all the way up, reaching up, kind of reaching one hand and then the other up, higher, just lengthening out through the side body, then dropping your right hand onto the ground, reaching up and over. You can turn your neck gently here from side to side. You can turn your body towards the ground and open it back up. Just getting into the body, noticing any sensations that are present. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, come back up through center. We'll take a gentle twist and then we'll get into our first yin posture. In yin, we hold the postures for about a minute and a half each, minute to a minute and a half each, sometimes up to several minutes, but for the sake of our mini practice today, it'll be just about a minute. Inhale your hands back up through center. Exhale, twist over to the opposite side, sitting up nice and tall, twisting deeper by using your exhale to twist deeper. Palm can be helping you twist deeper by pressing on the outside of that left knee. All right, breathing. Inhale, come back up through center. Then we'll find our first posture, which is just a butterfly. So bringing the soles of the feet together. If you need some blocks under your knees, that's certainly fine, or maybe some your yoga blanket or cushion. And if not, just allow gravity to sort of do its job and help pull your knees down towards the ground. Sitting up nice and tall, sort of moving any fleshiness under your sit bones so you can root down a little deeper. And then hinging at the hips, come forward, and then fold in. You can round through your spine to find your posture. And breathe as we're here and check in. Notice what's showing up. Notice any tightness, any sticky spots. For me, it's sort of the lower back. Shifting a little side to side, I can find different sensations, but for our yin practice, try to find that place of stillness. Doesn't necessarily mean it's comfortable. There's definitely a lot of sensation. We don't want any pain, so if anything's painful, back off, but sensation is really normal, and the yoga mat gives us a place to practice being uncomfortable and being okay with that, and knowing that it's not going to last forever, because that is life. There are uncomfortable moments, but they won't last forever, and you are strong enough to get through them. Couple more breaths here. Inhaling deeply to open up and expand through the back body, through the ribs. Exhale, letting it go. If it feels okay, you can release your neck a little further. Still breathing. And on your next inhale, we'll lift up. Coming out of this and moving into hands and knees. So we're going to find a little bit of a cat-cow. Just some subtle movements here before we move into our next posture. Dropping the belly, lifting the chest and the chin up towards the sky. Exhale, press the ground away. Pressing through your shoulder blades to spread them apart. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, and then exhale one more time, finding angry cat spine. And we're just going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. We're coming into just a lizard pose here. If it feels okay, you can do a little shifting back and forth, taking maybe a half split or a wide half split and back, another wide half split, and then coming forward, find your variation of lizard pose. So if that means coming down to the forearms for you, that's where you're at. If that means your fingertips are up on blocks and this is where you're comfortable and where you need to be for now, or for today, or for however long, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to come onto my forearms, and we're breathing here. Hi, midnight. Notice any sensation. In yoga, one of the concepts that really drew me to yoga is ahimsa, and that's a non-violence, non-harming attitude towards everything, especially yourself. And that a lot of times comes down to how we talk to ourselves, and it can be sneaky, subtle, but sometimes we're not very nice to our own selves. And just see if you notice any of those maybe not so nice thoughts popping into your head about yourself or someone else. See if you can dig into that and maybe change it up. Keep breathing here. We're just about to press out, and we'll take it on the opposite side. Take one more inhale. And exhale, press yourself up. Go ahead, step your foot back. You can kind of come back into a child's pose, pulling the hips back to your heels. And then inhale, come back up to hands and knees. We're just going to step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And again, take those motions, coming back to a wide half split, forward and back, just to awaken the sensations in the leg, and then settle into your lizard pose. So if that's up on the blocks, that's cool. If that's down on your forearms, cool. I didn't say this on the other side, but back knee, we want knee and toes dialed down straight into the ground, so not turned out to the side or to the inside. So as we're in these postures and they're not super comfortable, and it can be a little difficult to breathe with some of the restriction, there's sticky spots, there's maybe sensation that we don't love, can you be nice to yourself through that? Can you be nice to your body and appreciate what it can do for you rather than focusing on the things that you're not happy with? It's a tough thing to do. Breathing here, sinking a little deeper into your hip if you can. Knee is hugging into your shoulder if possible. Also, I find myself really fidgeting a lot in these postures, which is why I need more yin in my life. It's incredibly hard to find stillness and just stick with it and just hold the stillness, refrain from fidgeting. All the little movements that your toes, fingers, neck, everything wants to just, at least in my body, wants to be moving. And I think that's just an effort to distract from being present with whatever's showing up. All right, inhale, go ahead and press yourself up. Bring your leg back to hands and knees. Sink your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Stretching out onto your fingertips. And from here, we'll come back up, hands and knees. We're going to take a pigeon now on the right side. So bringing right knee to right wrist, parallel-ish to the front of the mat, your shin. Mine is not parallel, and my heel is definitely closer towards my hip. But it gets a little more parallel every year, so we'll get there. Back leg, knee and toes are dialed down, and then find your variation. So if that means staying upright, stay upright. But if you can sink into this posture a little bit and again, just sit with whatever shows up, allow it to be there, not to judge it, just it is what it is. Breathing and allowing the sensation to be there deep within the muscles, within the tissues. Yin isn't so much about heat and stretch, but more so about that connective tissue that sort of holds the muscles and the bones all together. And we store a lot in that tissue. So when we can work to release some of that, it can feel really refreshing. Breathing here still, noticing any sensations. Say something kind to yourself. Inhale, bring it back up. We're just going to sweep the back leg around for a twist. So sitting on the hip, bringing the back leg all the way around. Step your foot to the outside of your right knee. And then lifting up the right hand, twisting over to the left. Hi, Midnight. Inhaling to get taller. Exhaling to twist deeper. Hi. Again, say something kind to yourself. You're giving yourself this time, so be here. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Just allow your body to feel. All right, go ahead, release the twist. We're going to send the back leg all the way back around, come back onto the hands, and then step back into hands and knees. I'm going to take pigeon on the left now. If you need to take child's pose and then come into that, or even a downward dog if that's in your practice, go for it. We'll bring the left knee to the left wrist, back knee and toes are dialed down, shin is parallel-ish to the front of the mat, and then sort of find that even spot for your hips so you're not tipping over on one side or the other. This can also happen on your back, like in a figure 4. I should have said that on the other side. But if this is not super accessible to you, you can certainly take this on your back. But go ahead, release into the posture, and be with whatever it is that's showing up. So tight stickiness, send your breath there. Inhaling deeply, filling up your lungs. Exhale, release, releasing tension. Another really great benefit of yin practice is just that it gives our nervous system, our stress response system, a chance to breathe and just be. There's nowhere else to be. There's nothing to stress out about in this moment. There's nothing else to do except feel what's here. And that's so beneficial for our nervous system to have these moments of just surrender. It allows sort of all of the other systems in the body to find their baseline in a healthy level. Take one more deep inhale, filling up your lungs. Exhale, press it back. Again, bringing that back leg all the way around, stepping a foot to the outside of the left knee. Inhaling the left arm up nice and tall, taking your twist. You can press into the mat with your hand behind you, sort of like a kickstand. Exhale, twisting deeper. Soften where you can, like your face, your jaw. Notice whatever sensations are showing up. Notice the restriction of the breath because you're twisted and there's not quite so much space in your torso right now. All of that's fine. Go ahead, inhale, come back up through center. We're just going to come out of this again, so sending the back leg to the back, coming back up onto hands and knees, taking a child's pose here. Inhaling deeply. And on our exhale, we're just going to come forward into a Sphinx pose. So coming onto the belly, pressing the shoulder or the elbows into the mat, the forearms into the mat, the palms into the mat, squeezing through the back body, lifting up through the chest. Everything in the back body is engaged. This is not an easy, restful posture. This is a posture that requires a lot of strength and power and concentration. It's really great for our yin practice because we want really desperately, or at least I want really desperately, to get out of this. But again, it's great practice being uncomfortable and knowing that it's not going to last forever. Inhale fully, exhale fully. Another deep inhale. Then we'll go ahead and release, press yourself back into a child's pose. Breathing here. And then rolling yourself up into a seated position if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel okay to be up on your knees, you're more than welcome to come to a crisscross on your bottom, or even legs straight on in front of you. But just take one more moment here to connect with yourself, connect with your breath. Notice what's showing up, even if that just gave your mind a pause for half a second. It's worth it. It's a practice. If your eyes aren't already closed, go ahead and close them down. Take one more deep inhale. Let it go. Go ahead. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll seal in our practice. It was a quick one, but always beneficial. These quick flows add up with consistent practice. So stick with it. Come back for more. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.